Hello, friends. Okay, one thing I don't like about YouTube streaming as an alternate stream location is that I have to get a custom link to each live stream chat. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. YouTube has gone full Nintendo. The code has been cracked. The wheel has been invented. And yet, YouTube and Nintendo insist on do it different because reason. It's like that specifically to bother you. It honestly feels like it. It really does. What's up, everybody? Hello, Frosty. Welcome in. Manu, welcome. Galactic Dust, hello, hello. Good to see you. Mario's excited. Big True. Chicky Nuggy, welcome in. Your hand is hurting. It's time to rest your hand then. It's time to rest your hand. Data, welcome in. Yeah, here we go again. Ninja Mushroom, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Isins, hello, hello. Good evening or good day. Kato, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, my day is good so far. It's a good day. It's a good day. Still lots to do in relation to work, but again, one day down, four to go. We're almost there. We're almost there. DGen hours, Metal Gear streaming. We're almost there. Squid, welcome in. Yeah, I'm really feeling it. All right, bet your coins, bet them all. Bet everything. We're going to get a Gamba going. Yeah, Mario's absolutely thrilled this evening. Unbelievable excitement from Mario. Now let's put some tunes on. Forgot to turn on the music. And it's very slow. It's so quiet. All right, we put on some tunes. David Lee over on YouTube. What's up? Hello, hello. Welcome in. Okie doke. We made some updates to our gal last night, trying to figure out what to do. I think I want to do a couple things. I want to change her necklace. And I want to maybe get rid of these chains up here. Because I have another idea. So we're just going to Send some of this to the shadow zone. Well, I really need to organize this this ZBrush. What is going on? Vic, what's up? Welcome in. All right. Brett, is this music just like, are they 40 feet from the mic while they were working on this song? Oh, no, my volume is just really low. Maybe. What happens if I put on some dong tunes? All right, everybody get your dong out. We jamming. Tonight you are dead. Dude, go to sleep. It's all good. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We're close to me being done, and I will have probably multiple streams a day. So we'll hang for sure. Don't worry about it. Get yourself some of those Z's, okay? No speed sculpt? Nah, we're just gonna work on her some more. I think I'm really close. Nah, I got it, buddy. I can handle the mod ship. Pass me the revolver, bro. I'll take it from here. Nuggy, you can apparently upgrade to 11 and then just downgrade immediately, and it won't ask you to do it again. That's what I've heard. I've also heard that you can this is what I did. It asked me if I wanted to upgrade, and I said no, and there was an option for me to basically say like I don't want to. Yo, Vic just banned the annoying bots. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Also, no clever one-liner from our boy. But then it kept asking. Yeah, I'm not sure then. I've heard Windows 11 is usable though. So like RC24 over on the YouTube side. What's up? Welcome in. Um hey oh sorry, I disabled it. Sorry. Do it again. Do it again. He's back. Vic, unload. Let him have it. Kindo's back. That's my boy. That's my man. Can you make a female anatomy course? Yes, I'm going to start working on uh my female anatomy course and a couple other learning productions within the next week or so, and they should come out later this year, at the very latest, the beginning of next year. So, so that's an AI 11 Labs generated voice based on the legendary Resident Evil character, my absolute favorite character in the Resident Evil series, Kendo. Yeah, RC, I got you. It's something I've been wanting to work on for a while, so do not worry. It's gonna happen. Sleep well, Vic. But yeah, in reference to speed sculpts, we're probably not going to be doing speed sculpts tonight. Definitely in the future, we'll do a couple more speed sculpts. I haven't decided what we're going to speed sculpt yet, but I do have some characters I'd like to explore, as well as some concept art that I think is really cool. So I'm kind of excited to work on a couple of those pieces. So that's probably what we'll end up working on next. And then I actually have I have at least two characters that I would like to fully develop within the next 2 months. So I'm going to be working on those for sure. Hey, what's up, Jay Haas? Welcome in. Welcome in. Look, here's the deal, Monka. I'm still game to attempt to construct the ultimate Big Yoshi plush, but it's going to have to be one of those things that I hand deliver. That's how perfect it's going to be. We put in Yosh. Yo, we got the legendary seamstress Chicky Nuggy in chat. All right, I've got all this music clashing. This is a pro stream. You know what I think would be fun? I think maybe manufacturing uh, a big Yoshi and then having a pattern. Maybe selling the pattern for people who want to make big Yoshi. Dixon over on the YouTube side. What's up, buddy? Welcome in. Give me 1 second. IBRB. Yeah, that was one big ass Yosh. All right, we're gonna run a 35 turn here. Like I said, maybe short stream tonight. Unclear. Instructions unclear right now. We'll see how we feel after 35. Oh, he's back for more. Yo, big is better. You heard it here. Never for gore. Yo, it's the king. It's the king. Is that Key? What's his name? Zora von Bon the 16th or something like that? Yeah, you're probably right, Leon. His name's probably Booba Forever. Yo, Team Green playing for Gray Clay. And the Rivals playing for Red Wax. What comes in a flash and bangs you? Lower your volume. Lower your volume. I tried. Return to your positions, everybody. Everything's cool. Okay. Yeah, I would never shit on the sanctity that is the Metal Gear Solid 1 soundtrack, possibly one of the best soundtracks ever. So I always let it play. Y'all ever hear of a shit game called the Twin Snakes? That is a horrible game. And in that horrible game, they absolutely destroyed what was a perfect soundtrack. And I will never forgive them. Ever. Yo, what's up, Hex? What's up, buddy? Your head is spinning? I recommend water and sleep. I would start there. I would also check your heart rate. Don't stand up too quickly. And also, if you're feeling faint, lay down on your back. You've been asleep for 20 hours? Dude! Like, accidentally asleep for 20 hours? Damn, dude. Was today your day off, or nausea and spins? Oh, shit. Uh, have you consulted, urgent care or possibly, like a medical nurse that you can usually call if you have medical insurance? A nurse practitioner? Taking meds and water? Did you get meds for the condition, or is it a side effect of the medicine? Metal Gear Twin Snakes? Yes. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. A disgusting video game that shouldn't exist. Just happened today. So yeah, so what medicine are you taking? Painkillers. Don't take too many. Painkillers can be bad for your liver. An antibacterial? Do you have an ear infection? Jay Haas, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for stopping in and saying, what's up? Gotcha. Well, your dad's a doctor, so I feel like you're in good hands. Yeah, I would just sleep it off and see where it goes, within the next 24. Sounds good, buddy? Yeah, just rest. Just rest up. Watched the ZBrush interview with Street Fighter's character designers earlier. The tech they used is fascinating, such as using multiple normal maps for muscle deformation. How is it actually done? Yeah, that's how it's done. Take a look at Metal Gear Solid V, aka Metal Gear Solid 5, and take a look at if you don't care about the plot or the game itself, go watch the ending cutscene. Go watch the final cutscene to the game where Snake is in the bathroom alone. It's not as weird as it sounds, okay? Contextually, there's a reason for it. Watch closely. Watch his back. He's wearing a military uniform. Watch his back. And when he raises his arms and he moves his arms around, you'll notice that they fade between two different normal maps in order to create the illusion that the folds of his clothing are being manipulated with his body. It's a very old technique. They used it in Metal Gear Solid 3, or they used it in Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PS3. So that's typically how it's done. Yeah. In more modern games, you can do way more intensive deformation, but it's not as it's not a big deal in a lot of games, if you know what I mean. Like, a lot of people aren't worried about those details in their games. Yeah, but I mean, like, in a fighting game, you know, in a fighting game, they obviously want to showcase the muscles and the body and the physicality, that kind of stuff. In games like The Last of Us, it's more of just like more of a flex, if you will. You know, I thought this little array thing would help me do it much faster. Why are there 2 extras, though?
V has come too.
What's up? Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Kazidra, welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new here or you're just joining us and you'd like to gamble your coin life savings, now is a great time. Now is a great time. Yeah, okay. Now, let's finish this talk about Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. All right? Garbage. Garbage game. Doesn't deserve the plastic it's printed on. Garbage. It's Monka's favorite one. Then clearly you can describe what action Solid Snake does when Vulcan Raven fires the 45 millimeter cannon at Snake in the snowfields. It's a dying game, like the prints were botched and the discs are dying super fast. Really? Monka Googling so hard right now. He does a suplex. Googling and wrong. Googling and wrong. Well, good. I'm glad those games are dying. They don't deserve to exist. Also wrong. It deserves to be lost media. It really does. It is a terrible game. Hmm. You know, 3 is good. 6, 5? 5 is too many. It's too many. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? 5. Insane. It's like he has no design sense. Clearly the answer is 3. Clearly. Now I have that other material now. My new one. Solid Snake leaps into the air, does a backflip, lands on the 45 millimeter cannon shell while it is in flight, kicks off of the cannon shell, causing it to veer off of course, exploding on the side of the mountain, where he then lands in the snow like a quote-unquote badass. It's extremely cringe and highly 2000s. It's disgusting. In every sense of the word. And I won't stand for it. Only Dante can do shit like that. Only Dante. Solid Snake is not Dante, nor should he act like Dante. Right, let's turn perspective back on. Right, sometimes I just have to make it clear that I hate that game. It's terrible. It's a terrible game. It ruins an amazing soundtrack. I cannot allow that to happen. If there's one thing that deserves real appreciation, it's great video game soundtracks that come out of nowhere and drop some of the greatest fucking tunes of all time and then go completely unloved. And the fact that someone working on Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes thought they could make a better soundtrack, thought they could improve what was already fucking perfect. Get it all out of your system. It's just a horrible game. Don't play it. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not play that disgusting game. Okay? That's it. That's really the end of my PSA. Monka, if you play Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes before you've played Metal Gear Solid or even seen the original Metal Gear Solid, I will burn the living shit out of the steak I cook for you. I will burn that thing to a crisp. You won't even recognize it as meat. when I take it off the stove. It'll be better used as a piece of charcoal for the barbecue than human consumption. Just a reduced slab of charcoal, exactly. It's an early 2000s game. Yeah, it is. It's disgusting. It looks like an early 2000s game. It smells like an early 2000 game. It sounds like an early 2000s game. It's disgusting. It shouldn't exist. And they re-recorded all the dialogue and they did a shit job of it. So, yeah, I'm mad about it, okay? I'm going to die mad about it. So if I asked you to join me for a Metal Gear Solid marathon, would you come hang out for Twin Snakes? You know what? I would hang out for Twin Snakes, but I would be insufferable. Nuggy, if you play through Metal Gear, if you do a Metal Gear marathon, I'm there. I will be there dropping hot fucking facts the whole time. Oh, if you get to the Twin Snakes part, I'm going to be shit talking that game from start to finish. I'm going to be pointing out everything that they fucked up and why they fucked it up and how just terrible it is. That game doesn't deserve to exist. It is objectively a bad game. But Merc, isn't it just a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1? And don't you love that game? Incorrect. It is Metal Gear Solid 1 built on the Metal Gear Solid 2 game engine, which fundamentally violates a lot of the core principles that were put into place during the original development of Metal Gear. So it was a trick question, yes. The real answer is it's Twin Snakes. It's always bad. It's always hot fucking garbage. Okay. You know what? If someone comes into my chat during the Metal Gear Marathon and they donate, if they just drop 100 fucking subs, I will shit post Twin Snakes from start to finish. I will rip that thing to... we will play through it at the very end of the marathon, and I will just shit talk the whole thing, and I'll point out everything about it that's hot fucking garbage from start to finish. But it is terrible. It is terrible. You guys need to start a joint bank account so you can donate a lump 100 here. Okay? It's fucking terrible. We could actually make a sub goal, because I think it would almost be fun to rip that game apart. But that game is so flawed. It's so fundamentally flawed that they added first person shooting, which they added first person shooting to a game that didn't have first person when it originally started, which fundamentally breaks like 99% of the fucking of the gameplay, because in the original you couldn't go into first person mode. So they designed all the maps without the ability to look around in first person mode. And then they give you the ability to shoot your gun in first person. You can literally walk through every level in the game without ever getting an alert, without playing the game. It's embarrassing. Mrs. Merck says, don't give it all away until you get the 100 subs. That's why she's the brains of the operation. That's why she's the business half. That's she says I brand this as the appetizer. That is the appetizer for the Metal Gear Twin Snakes shit posting. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting, dude. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I'll be completely honest with y'all. If you like Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, I don't have a problem with that. I'm sure someone out there, that's their favorite game. And I wouldn't take that away from them because I'm not an insane asshole that can't stand other people. But I will say you are objectively wrong that it is a good game. You can be subjectively correct that it is your favorite, but you can be objectively wrong. There are two different things. You can subjectively believe that if you jump out of an airplane, you will comfortably land on the ground without a parachute, but you are objectively wrong. You will hit the ground and possibly die. Yes, you can enjoy something without it being the best. End rant for this exact moment. It also has the nauseating motion blur. Oh my god, it's disgusting. Yeah. We haven't even got into the post processing that they do all over that game. But here's the thing. Like Mrs. Merck said, I'm sure that everyone in here has a guilty pleasure, something that they love that they know is bad. We all do. We all have something we know is just terrible. Just hot garbage. Mrs. Merck loves fucking hoarders. She cannot stop watching people pull dead cats out from under huge piles of trash. That's her jam. And I'm like, oh, hey, dinner. Let's watch something over dinner. And she's like, cool. This lady just found a dead raccoon under a pile of couches. It's like, oh my god. What? I'm afraid I. Is this a movie? What are we watching exactly? She can watch anything and eat. I cannot. I have a limit. Yeah, she could watch an autopsy while having a bowl of spaghetti. It's insane. Nothing gets the appetite going like some fresh roadkill. Sonic the Hedgehog. Dude, I was a huge Sonic fan between like after I beat Super Mario World, but before Mario 64 came out, I was like a big fucking Sonic head, dude. I was all about Sonic the Hedgehog. I love me some Knuckles. I love me some Tails. I had a fucking Sonic stuffed animal that I slept with all the time.
I had the Sonic Sega Genesis.
Dude, you had the Sonic Sega Genesis?
Yeah. No, the Sonic Sega Genesis game.
The games, yeah. Mrs. Merck was a Sonic fan.
Yes, I have seen the lady.
Have you seen the bro? Have you seen the Pooh Lady from Hoarders? Bro, she could recount the entire events of that episode.
Which one, bro?
Which one, basically? Yeah. Trick question. Which one? It's the oldest thing you own. Damn, you are a true Sonic fan. Damn. Which one, dear Lord?
So there's one lady that was particularly bad that I'm sure he was.
You're probably referring to the woman that had like buckets and buckets of the stuff in her house. And gallons of pee. Yeah, bad. Yay, hoarders. What a TV show. I guarantee Sonic and Shadow kiss in the next game.
Oh, dude. Okay. never had a steak and he ain't never seen hoarders.
Bro, you gotta watch yourself some hoarders, dude.
You will live to regret it.
I don't remember that detail. I don't remember her wanting to consume it.
I think it was like just on everything.
Mrs. Merck is saying maybe it was just on everything. I haven't seen that episode in a while because it's not really one I go back to for fond memories, you know? That episode of Hoarders isn't really a date night episode of Hoarders.
No, the date night episode is the God Bless America guy.
Yeah, there is a guy that curses by yelling God Bless America. That one's pretty funny. That guy's a homie.
She was a food hoarder too, right?
Yeah. Mrs. Merck is saying she was a food hoarder as well. That sounds about right.
Yeah, she would. I think. Oh God. I think I remember her like cracking open a jar of ancient fucking food, and she was like, "No, it's perfectly good."
Yeah, she ate some disgusting old food. Man, that show gives me nightmares. Show makes me physically ill sometimes. That's some good quality American TV, though.
Remember him?
The Bunny Hoarder?
Yeah.
I don't remember the Bunny Hoarder. I know there's always some animal hoarder somewhere.
Yeah, but this guy, and they were like in the walls.
Oh, I do remember this.
And he was a renter too.
And he was a renter, of course.
He didn't own the house. Check away from shit in the bucket.
Yeah, there's a quote that Mrs. Merck and I got off of Hoarders by Matt Paxton, and the quote is essentially everyone's what is it? Everyone's one bad day away from shitting in a bucket. I mean, no words a lie, dude.
Oh my God, that happened like every third episode.
Remember when Cat Lady found one of her cats dead underneath the garbage and then cried hysterically over it? That is definitely a witch one. I have seen more dried up, ancient, mummified, flattened, like paper thin cats on Hoarders than I think you should be allowed to see in a lifetime.
Did I put hoarders in Denmark? Manga? Or did they just not talk about it on TV?
I guarantee you there's Hoarders in Denmark. Dude, what is going on? Oh. Apply. That's why. Yeah.
That's funny. That's fine, but if I lay down too quickly, too soon after drinking water, I'll get nauseous.
Yeah, if Mrs. Merck lays down too quickly after drinking some water, she'll get nauseous. But then to recover, she'll watch some flattened cat get pulled out from under under a bag of garbage.
They're also like very rarely recognizable as animals.
Yeah, that is true. They're not instantly recognizable. It's always someone holding up some weird dusty gray shape, and they're like, "This was a cat."
They're holding what looks like a furry book because it's so stiff.
Yeah, it's like a flattened piece of like carpet
Yeah.
that seems like it's really stiff and mildewy, and they're like, "This was a cat," and you're like, "Oh my god!" Space saving pet life hacks.
Yeah, you stack them.
Very stackable. Yeah, Hoarders is a crazy show.
Smell wet.
Babe, wake up! It's cat flattening time.
I bet it smells like wet.
Oh, Hoarder's house absolutely smells like a wet tent. Like a rotting wet tent. Absolutely mixed with BO and many of the other worst possible smells you can think of. Dude, can we snap to one side? Okay.
Like the Thames during the Great Stink.
Like the Thames, right now.
Oh my god, I love that show!
Does Mrs. Merck make you watch 600 Pound Life? I feel like you know the answer.
Love that show!
I feel like you know the answer. Yeah, she's a fan.
Bro.
I've never heard someone get so excited over that show before. Yeah, she knows what she likes, you know?
TV is a week.
Yeah, she do love her trash TV.
And I don't get it very often because we don't have cable anymore.
It's quality American TV.
Wait, ask these folks if any of them have ever seen My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. Or any of those.
There was an episode I watched with my mom years ago that ended with it being hella upbeat, and she was on her way. Cut to black. She died 6 months later after going septic. Like, holy shit!
And pulls up an in memoriam and in the arms of the angels.
Yeah,
Fucking
get some in the arms of the angels. Damn, that's pretty sad. Has anyone here seen what was it? My Big Fat Greek Wedding?
gypsy wedding.
My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. It's out of the UK, so that should help explain it.
Yeah, it's called Big Fat Gypsy Wedding. A British documentary series on Channel.
Kings of Pain. What is that about? Y'all remember Tiger King? What the hell was that?
Your bugs are where I draw the line.
They get bitten by deadly bugs and rate the experience. That sounds wild.
And TLC used to be about like learning.
Yeah, the Learning Channel. Yep. Yeah, well, the Discovery Channel used to be about science, and now it's all about hot bullshit. It's all about fucking aliens and ghosts and Bigfoot. Which we all know only one of those things is real, and it's not ghosts. The legendary cryptids. It's true. Mythbusters was awesome. Lots of yeah. It used to be the World War II channel for a while, where that's all they would show. You believe in ghosts more than a big hairy man living in the woods? Well, phrased like that, the big hairy man is real. There are big hairy men living in the woods. It's just not. It's just not Bigfoot. Bro, everyone's parents goes through a phase of loving Ancient Aliens, and they're like, dude, I saw this show on the Discovery Channel, and it changed my worldview. You've got to see it, and you're like, was it Ancient Aliens? And they're like, dude, have you seen have you seen the truth? Have you seen the light? And you're like, oh, please stop talking to me. You're the human being that taught me how to rationalize and logic my way through the world, and now you're coming at me on the verge of your twilight years, telling me that now it was aliens, that everything you taught me was wrong, and that aliens fucking built the pyramids. You've got to be losing it. You've got to be losing it. That's the thing. Like, TV channels will only play what gets them ratings, and if you are the Discovery Channel or the Science Channel or whatever, and people are watching the alien TV shows, that's what you're playing now. Hey, you guys remember when the Travel Channel was a channel about traveling and seeing different locations in the world? And now the only fucking shows on the Travel Channel are ghost shows hosted by Zach Baggins? Am I, like, what the fuck? Right? It happens everywhere, though. It happens everywhere. Today I'm in fucking New Jersey in this haunted house. It's like, I don't want to see the haunted house. I want to see some historical landmark or some paintings or some shit. What the fuck? Ghosts aren't even real. Ghosts aren't even real. So it makes it even worse. It's even more unbearable. Mrs. Merck likes ghost stories, but I'm not for it. But Mrs. Merck says if anyone has ghost stories, type them in. Also, does anybody remember Sister Wendy Beckett? She was an art historian on PBS. Casper. Yeah, frick Casper, dude. Would it just been a dream? One time a light flickered on. I'm going to say not evidence of ghosts. I'm going to shoot that one down. I am quote unquote no fun. Monka, it was more likely that I was the one flicking the light off than it was a ghost. Also, Monka, you want to know a fun fact about sharks? Because I know you're spooked by sharks. You don't like them. More people are killed by dogs every year than by sharks. You're actually in more danger around a dog than you are a shark.
Or is it just that sharks don't interact with people?
That and people don't have pet sharks. But there's your shark fact for the day. I remember watching Ghost Hunters. Some ghost attacked this guy's friends, and the friends challenged the ghost to a fight. That sounds like the Kling Bros, the Kling brothers, these two large men that spend 90% of the shows standing in a dark basement screaming at brick walls. Yeah, always working on the next heart attack. With a shark, you got to be in his domain. Dude, what is Dong doing? Gray Clay, get your shit together. This is a travesty, dude.
Fuck! That's hella scary.
So when I was a baby, I was spending the night at my friend's house. We slept in their game room, which had shelves lining the wall. He fell asleep first, and I watched Scoober Doo movie. I fell asleep, woke up, and saw a girl sitting on the shelf. She waved at me. I fell back asleep.
Okay.
Incredibly spooky. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Incredibly spooky. Makes for a great story. Clearly some kind of dream or hallucination based on sleep. Not a ghost. I just am going to remind everyone, and I know everyone knows this because you're all capable adults. You don't have to be scared in your home of the bathroom or when the lights are out and the closet is closed.
Well, I still sleep with the but don't want the monsters to get me. But was it like a doll? How tall? Like how much space was there between the shelf she was sitting on and the next shelf? Like was she doll size? Was she like life size little girl size? Like 3 feet tall? Like I need more. I need more description.
Okay, if you didn't hear that, Mrs. Merck needs details. She needs to know the dimensions of this girl child. Was she doll sized? Yeah, Mrs. Merck has thalassophobia and shark phobia as well.
Yeah.
She's got big time sharkophobia. Interesting. That is sad and unfortunate. Relevant to the story because you were probably mentally influenced by that. Just saying. Wow, that is a big necklace.
Never a while. Don't turn away from the things that swim. They will regard you as prey. You need to face them head on and watch them.
You have a cousin that wants to get eaten by a shark because it seems cool. Well, you can always buy them one-way tickets to the Bahamas and a swim with the sharks trip.
No, go to the Isle of Guadalupe.
Or the Isle Guadalupe.
During mating season.
Seems like a weird one. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Underground money.
A shark movie where they're doing tests in an underground lab. Wait, is it underwater or underground? This changes the plot massively. Are you talking Deep Blue with a parrot? Are you talking?
It's Deep Blue.
I feel like you're talking. I feel like you might be talking Deep Blue. That's a classic.
Fucking great movie.
Probably one of Monka's favorites.
Did anybody else see fucking
Shark Tale.
it's I think it's Blue.
I think it's Deep Blue you're thinking of. It's got. I want to say it's got Samuel L. Jackson. He gets eaten while giving a speech.
Yeah.
It's got LL Cool J.
Yes.
And he has a talking parrot, and he's the chef. And they get locked in after a big storm hits, and the shark escapes.
I'm completely blanking on who plays the hero right now.
The hero's irrelevant. I mean, LL Cool J survives. You watched that movie alone as a 6-year-old bab. Damn, dude.
Dude, the original Poseidon Adventure is what fucked me up.
Yeah, Mrs. Merck saw the original Poseidon Adventure.
Don't recommend it. Don't watch it from the 70s.
Very spooky, very ocean bad kind of movie.
Did anybody on Netflix send Paris Shark movie?
Oh, shark fans, who has seen the new Netflix shark movie that takes place in the Seine, in France? I thought it was dog shit, but
I thought it was hilarious. Plus, it was French, so it sounded real classy.
yeah, it was in French, so it sounded classy, but it was a terrible movie. There was a considerable lack of Mario Party in the bottom right-hand corner while I was watching it, so I just couldn't focus. I was afraid to go pee after I saw because I thought a shark would come out of the toilet. Your parents fell asleep, so you did it alone. I was afraid to pee in the toilet when I was a kid, so I ended up just peeing in the bathtub. And my brother found me, and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm peeing in the bathtub." He was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I'm afraid a snake's gonna come out of the toilet and bite my ween, bro. The fuck is wrong with you? How have you not put this together? You're just gonna pee in front of the toilet like some kind of like chump, dude. You about to get got. I'm over here protecting the goods."
Oh, ghosts.
Oh shit, my toothbrush just turned on. The ghosts are real. Never mind, I take it back. Wait, that's supposed to be remove. Snake coming out of a toilet? I mean, it does happen, yeah. It does happen. When me and my parents decided to rebuild the abandoned attic of the house, we found an old painting of a woman, but showing only her back.
That's super.
Probably left by the ancient owner. I had so many nightmares after this. That's a good story.
That's a good story. Okay.
Because it's all practical just enough to make you scared of everything.
I was gonna say I'm imagining a refurbished chateau and like you'll go in for the first time.
I'm imagining spooky noises. It's dude, the fact that you found a painting, I got to admit, it's super French. it's super French. I love it.
Was it covered in like a yellowed bed sheet?
Yeah, did it have a sheet on it and you had to take the sheet off?
And like dust.
Was there like a big reveal?
Into the air.
Man, this should be a movie. This should be a movie. I love it.
This is a movie.
I actually think it'd be really fun to. I've wanted to make paintings of women just from behind. I think there's something. I think there's something there. Whoever painted that is on the same level. They get it. Send their ghost waves my way.
Wearing like frock coats and sack back gowns as they pull off the sheet.
Yeah, if I painted it, they would know. Yeah, there'd be some thick side boob on it, and a lot of golden rim light.
So what did they do with the painting, bro?
Yeah, did you guys hang the painting? What happened?
Or after you unveiled it, did the house mysteriously burn down?
I paint the Mario Party screenshot in the corner. Yeah, but it's extra spooky. It's extra spooky. It's Luigi and three other ghosts, three boos playing. Very spooky. If you hung the painting, you deserved to be haunted.
I mean, what if the ghost wanted to be?
Dude, the Sci-Fi Channel actually had some really good TV shows. There were like a couple really good miniseries too. I honestly like the Dune miniseries and the Dune 2 the Children of Dune miniseries was dope. I'm a Dune fan, by the way. But yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel then just turned into more horseshit, 24/7 ghost crap.
And we watched every bit of it.
We did watch a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie.
It's because I used to use it.
I've played multiple Dune games. I played the Dune game on DOS. I played the Dune game on like Windows that came out in the 90s. Yeah. I'm a Dune gamer. I'll play the new Dune probably. It's probably going to suck ass, honestly. It's a modern game, so it's probably going to suck. And it's not Monster Hunter. I want to play Dune Monster Hunter, where you hunt fucking sandworms. We kept the painting for 2 years in my dad's office. And my mom had enough of it and trashed it.
Was it signed?
Did it have like a name on it or a signature, or did you guys take it to like the Antiques Roadshow over here in America and get it appraised? It could have been from, a Dutch master. Yeah, it could have been a Van Gogh, the last of its kind, and your mom stuffed it into a garbage can. And before actual billions. I mean, it could be. Yeah, it turned out it was absolutely priceless, and it's garbage. Nah, we'll leave it as is.
If ever get the opportunity to renovate I would draw like a huge pentagram and then cover it with carpet or something on the subfloor.
I mean, I agree. Mrs. Merck is talking about how if we ever renovated a house, we would draw like a massive pentagram on the floor and then cover it so that years and years later someone could dig it up and be like, "Oh my god,
Devil worshippers live here.
we're in a haunted house." No, you're not. Just some assholes pranking you.
30 years earlier.
She was actually pretty well preserved for something just laying off without the office. Sometimes I think about this. Wow, maybe we found a jackpot.
Oh, it's a house.
No, we're fun people, Monka. Fun people.
Yeah.
How old was the house, Kazidra?
And was it a chateau?
And was it a chateau? We've got to know.
Lived in beautiful chateaus.
Couldn't be anything else, right? Okay, I'm gonna make a chain real fast. Well, it's actually gonna be really slow, so enjoy some gamba. There's some crazy stories though here in America of people like finding paintings at like garage sales and buying them for like $5, and it's like, oh yeah, this is actually a painting from an artist from the early 19th century, very famous in America in this southern region. The painting you have is worth $10,000 because it's basically thought to have been lost, and you found it in a garage sale. It's like,
It's just hanging out in
oh
someone's basement or attic.
yeah, and it's just in someone's attic. I'm like, oh damn,
And that's so fucking cool.
the house was built before World War One. A lot of houses in town are really old and well preserved. Wow, that sounds amazing. That sounds really cool. I live in what can only be described as a modern piece of garbage. Where the builders took every shortcut possible and decided if they couldn't live here, no one could. I think that'd be super fun, though, to live in, like, an older house, something that you can work on and renovate. I did a lot of, renovation stuff with my stepfather growing up. So I'm very familiar with the act of working on a home. Yeah, a little basement. Man, that'd be dope. What's considered old for a house? I guess it depends on where you live. In California, old, I think, would be roughly 100 years. Around 100 years would be old. Um, that's what I would pin as old. I would say old old good, as in, like, acceptably old. It's probably, like, 50s, 60s, 70s. That's an old house, but it's gonna have probably a decent build quality. Could be some rewiring in your future. If it's any older, yeah. Hope you like electric fires. Built in the 50s? Okay, yeah, a remodeled house from the 50s, that's a solid house, in my opinion. I would be satisfied with something like that. Now, Nuggy lives in California. He does not have a basement. Booba forever, Colonel. Thanks for stepping in on that. I think it's too dense. I'm going to delete that. Scale. Duplicate. 5 turns left on the Gamba, friends. Looks like Yoshi just got a star. Glad to hear it. Jesus, Mario is absolutely crushing it. There might be time for another lightning round. There might be time for a short Mario lightning round. This is my last week of work, so I've been very busy. But then, like I've said before, we're going full degen. Yeah, the breast curtains, the booba curtain, yeah. It seemed like the right thing to do. This whole model's really just been about experimenting. Your house doubled in value since you got it in 1999. You bought it for 70,000 and now it's worth 140. Dude, I'm coming to buy your house. I'm just gonna come buy it from you. That's fucking insane, dude. Here, watch. I'm gonna look up the first house. I'm just gonna see whatever the first house listing is that comes up in my area. What's up, Aid? Welcome in. Oh, this one's great. This one's great, Monka. Buckle up, okay? Let me know how this compares to your house, okay? It's relatively new. It was built in 2017. It's got 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. That's a lot of fucking bathrooms. I can't imagine why it has that many. And it's roughly, I want to say, let me do a quick translation here. It's 157 square meters. Okay. And then let me look at the location. Let me tell you if it has a yard. It does not have a yard. It has a very small patch of grass in the front. It is priced at $1,750,000. $1,750,000. Here's another home in the area. Same square footage, 157 square meters, 2 beds, 2 baths. It was built in 1979, $678,000 for 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. All right, I'm done. 2 floors, 6 rooms, 1 bedroom. UK house, 80 square meters, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 350K. It's insane. There's no way I could buy a house for 350K. There's no way I could buy a condo for 350K. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Can I share the project? Orange, the project is actually public. It's been publicly announced. It's on the uvula.jp website. That's the company. I like the ball. That's a really nice little touch. We're gonna leave that. Wait, why doesn't this work? Mirror and weld. There we go. You'd love to buy a house in Poland, then work remotely. It's a great country to live in. Dang. I'm sure getting a visa as a US citizen is difficult. That's kind of the main problem that I've ran into. You were unsure if I was legit about that. Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, it's a real website. It's I mean, it's the guy who made Katamari, Keita Takahashi. So, I mean, you can imagine the website name is very on brand for his sense of humor. Getting a visa in Europe is actually very difficult. I looked into like 6 different countries before I found one that would let me start a business um, in their country.
Maybe it's just more difficult for other people.
I've been trying to move to Europe for a while. Uh-oh, fresh hot leaks in my DMs.
I mean, your estate.
Dude, that's fucking huge. What are you talking about? Bunka's like, bruh, it's so small, dude. This is fucking huge. Your lot is twice the size of your home. I think I can see the barbecue on your porch from here. It's unopened. I've been marry and we can strike a deal. I've been trying to get Monka to adopt me. I'd be a great. I'm self-employed. I'd never come to live, you know? Self-sufficient. Got my own home. Your house is 900 square feet. Backyard has just enough room to fit a chair and my trash barrels. Dude, you're so lucky though. You have a house, dude. Sorry, Bata means 90 square meters. That's the story of my life. I don't own it. I just live here. Too true. The problem, Aid, is that a lot of countries want you to bring some sort of value. So it's been very hard to find someone who will give me like a visa with a chance to live in the country. And a lot of countries are less interested in people who are like if I got a job anywhere in Europe, I'd be let in immediately. That is not the issue, right? But the issue comes from me working for myself, so I'm self-employed. So if I want to work somewhere for myself, right? And then I tell the government like, "Oh, hey, look, I work for myself and I do this." They're like, "You're going to be an economic what's it called? A burden, a liability." There you go. I'd be an economic liability. They're like, "Oh, this homeboy's going to be broke inside of a year, you know, because he quote unquote works for himself." And then he'll be mooching off the government. And of course, you know, nobody wants that. Least of all me. But, you know, how do you convince a government? Like, no, 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 I promise. I make booba art. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Everyone's talking about Bigfoot. It's Squarefoot I'm afraid of. Isn't Europe letting in a massive amount of illegal immigrants? I think those are, I think you might be thinking of refugees. Slightly different. Not 100% sure though. But yeah, there are a lot of regulations. There are a lot of regulations in the EU that require a certain amount of refugees to be let in based on current regional wars. Have a big meter instead of Bigfoot. All right, all right, all right, all right. You win this one. It's not looking good, Gamba fans. All right, first one goes to DK. It's really not looking good. It's Jover. It's Jover. That's immigration from Europe to Europe. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if you're an EU citizen, you can move to almost any country. So it changes a lot of the game. It's like being an American citizen. You can move to any state in America. It's roughly the same concept. It doesn't mean they want you there. Unless you're in the UK. That is true. They're not UK citizens. Or they're not EU citizens. They're UK citizens. All right, that's some hot bullshit there. Mario taking the dub. Obviously deserved by Yoshi or Luigi. Later, Bowser. The lost dog to Mario Party. It's true. It's true. Your wife living in the UK, wanting to move to other EU countries, but she's Indonesian. That sounds like that sounds really fucking complicated. Oh yeah, Nuggy. Definitely happening. I had to make it a regular part of the Red Wax W. Cerulean Llama over on YouTube. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Denmark has people from Syria nowadays. So how do you feel about that? Like how is it perceived by locals? Because in the US we have our own share of immigration immigration debates. Oh, yo, I need to put these in folders. Did you guys know? Did you ZBrushers know there was a time in ZBrush before there was folders and drag and drop organization? Most European countries are over the culture melting pot ideology. Yeah, I have been seeing a lot of I've been seeing a lot of interpretations in that vein of thought. I can't say enough to it because I don't live in Europe yet, so I can't speak to the impression that people have. But I do know that what are you talking about? No immigration debates here. I do know that I can comfortably say the US is almost an anomaly in how well integrated so many people can be in one situation. Specifically when you look at other countries and you look at how relatively um, uniform they are, and then you look at America, and yeah, I think Mrs. Merck brought up that one thing that works in our favor is we don't have the same depth of tradition. We don't have the same depth of culture. American culture really is like a very mix of lots of things. It has EU depth to it, the UK, obviously, based on our history, but it doesn't have the same kind of hundreds and hundreds of years that have existed.
in terms of like at least post.
It's fine now, but in the beginning, not so well because they wanted to take over a bunch of our holidays and integrate their own traditions into ours, and we didn't want that.
What do you mean take over?
Can you define what you mean by overtake holidays? Like, did they want to add holidays, or did they? Was there a particular concept of like we want you to celebrate our holidays? Ouch. America is still very young. They wanted to add theirs and cancel some of ours because it clashed. Yeah, see that's part of it that I can't get behind. When people show up and they're like, Your holiday offends me. And it's like, you live in my country. Mrs. Merck wants to know which one they wanted to cancel. Oh, you're right. We're still on Gamba mode. It was supposed to change back. Uni the Calico Cat. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Same thing happened when the Polish people arrived in the UK and started interacting in their own small societies. We are stealing Christmas. Here's the thing. I'm moving to a different country, right? But when I move to that country, I'm interested in asking things like, do you celebrate Halloween? I celebrate Halloween. If they don't, I'm not going to get upset that they don't celebrate Halloween and attempt to force it on people. I'm going to just do my own thing and let it be. Because I think it's cool. And I'm not going to get in anyone's face about it. Right? And the whole point is that I'm going to move there and learn the language. That's also part of the deal. We have lots of religious holidays here, and one of them translated to Great Prayer Day and is a public holiday. It's not the same as their religion, so they wanted it removed. Yeah, see, that's completely irrational. Right? That's like going into a grocery store and seeing that they sell meat and being offended that they sell meat and asking them not to sell meat there anymore. And it's like, this is a grocery store, sir. Like, you don't have to buy the meat, but don't come here. Don't buy the meat or don't come. What country? Cerulean Llama? I'm moving to the Netherlands. Getting people to blend into your society is a very difficult task. Language barrier, religion, culture, society, economical situations. All those are different. Yeah, you're not wrong. Nah, it's a crime to not celebrate Halloween. I agree. I agree. But honestly, honestly though, I think if here's my thing, like if I'm a refugee and I had to move to someone else's country, that would be a situation where I think I would want to adapt to that country but keep my own ways. The alternative though is that I have chosen through my own will to give up the life that I have in America to move to the Netherlands. They don't owe me anything, and I shouldn't expect anything from them without putting something in to get something out in return. To think otherwise is pure lunacy. Go on, Leon. Cerulean, you moved from England to Ireland a couple years back. How was the move? How'd that turn out? I assume you're still there, so it probably worked out pretty well. That's pretty cool, though. I dig it. Yeah, Leon, you would have to ask her to wait. She a very independent woman. Crazy, because it was lockdown. Damn, yeah, I bet. You had to live in a hotel for 3 weeks. Jesus, dude, that's crazy. Have you seen the Garfield movie? No. No, I have not seen the Garf movie. I can't say I'm a huge Garfield fan. Although we do share a love of lasagna. Well, yeah, a 22-year-old asking for candy at the door in the United States, you'd also get a lot of funny looks. How do I celebrate Halloween? Usually Mrs. Merck and I, we have some candy. We put out some spooky decorations. We have some pumpkins and ghosts we put around. We carve pumpkins. We take all the seeds from inside the pumpkin and we make homemade roasted pumpkin seeds. Those are always really delicious. And last year we had a couple friends over for Halloween and we watched some spooky movies and we just hung out and had a really nice time. We don't go too crazy. It's just a fun time of the year when, it encourages you to watch spooky movies, embrace the spook. The first Inside Out. The first Inside Out is it's a decent Pixar movie. How was my Monday? My Monday was fine, you know. It's the last week of my time on my current project that I'm on right now. So I am I'm just gearing up to be done. I'm trying to finish everything. I'm trying to finish everything before I run out of time, basically. Wasn't fun to the rubbery skin, kind of the dull animations, quite stiff. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. It was relatively boring. It didn't have a lot of that classic Pixar charm like you find in The Incredibles. Obviously, inside the head, they had more freedom to play that. What is my favorite horror movie? That's a great question. It's a very close tie between two movies. The Gate, which is a great horror movie, and I hope to watch it again soon. Great movie. And my other favorite horror movie is the Blob remake from 87 or 86, I want to say. And that is a fantastic horror movie. It's absolutely brilliant. I love those movies. Got to finish your Garfield sculpt you started. Yeah, it's good to finish projects, even if you get them to a point where you just call it done enough. Your mother spent the better part of her childhood in America, so we celebrated Halloween. But it was never a thing in the UK when your dad grew up in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, it's always kind of funny to me that it's always kind of funny to me how few countries celebrate Halloween in comparison to America. In America, Halloween is like a big fucking deal. It's a big deal. There's ghosts in every storefront window. Kids are getting candy. It's spooky time. People dress up on Halloween and go to bars and go to parties. There's costume parties. Kids dress up when they go to school on Halloween Day if they have school on Halloween. Like, it's a big deal. And so it's one of those things where we always look it up. We're like, oh, do you celebrate Halloween in Norway or the Netherlands or here? And it's like, yeah, not really. No. I mean, we know what it is. It just seems like it's just a fun holiday that contrasts the joy of Christmas really nicely.
about the adults getting together and dressing up rather than kids going trick or treating.
Mrs. Merck says
It seems
she seems like it seems to her like it's more about adults dressing up outside of America as opposed to kids. You spent 2008 in America for Halloween? Yeah, I bet it was wild. Depending on where you are, if you're in a city during Halloween, if you're in an American city during Halloween, you're going to see fucking Batman and a ghost and Darth Vader and Princess Leia. Like, everyone is going to be dressed up. It's going to be insane. Yeah, it's National Cosplay Day. It really is. But you just gotta be spooky about it sometimes. Original Godzilla, The Thing. The Thing is a fantastic movie. The only reason I don't pick The Thing is because I feel like it's a lot of people's go-to horror movie, you know? And I really like a movie that has a little more camp to it. The Thing has like a bit of a serious tone that it's trying to pull off. Don't get me wrong, it has some flavor. But I definitely think that I like gateway horror movies. I like horror movies where the purpose is to sort of bring new viewers of the medium into the idea of like, oh, that was a fun horror movie. I don't like insane jump scare horror movies. That shit's not for me. I don't like being scared. Like Troll 2? Yeah, Troll. What's the other one? Gremlins. Gremlins is fun. Like, those kinds of movies are funny to me. I like that kind of stuff. So massive in the States. It's bitterly cold in the UK, so everyone has thick, puffy coats on top of outfits. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. There's a definite level of um still bearable. Still bearable weather in the States. It can be super cold in some areas of the States though. "20 Million Miles to Earth" is a solid monster movie. 20 Million Miles to Earth. I don't think I've ever seen that or even heard of that. I don't think. Gremlins is fun. Your favorite movie to this day? Alien? Alien's a great movie. As an Alien fan, a fan of aliens in general. Bro, what the fuck? There we go. Um, I vibe. I vibe on that. I don't have a problem with Alien. I think Alien's a great movie, but again, it's a loud kind of scary movie, and it's good, but loud scary just isn't my it isn't my go-to. But I would never say it's not a good movie. It is. I saw it when I was really young too, so spooked the shit out of me. It's got old stop motion style monsters. Okay, that's rad. I'm all about practical effects too. I think modern day CG just looks lame, honestly. Cerulean, your grandparents are in Ohio? Man, everyone is in Ohio or from Ohio. I never realized this. I've met multiple friends who who are from Ohio. So many people are from Ohio or their families are from Ohio. It's insane. Very popular state, apparently. Lame people here dare to say Halloween is too commercial, and then they get ready for November Black Friday. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome for Black Friday. That's America's gift to France. Don't squander it. Jurassic Park scared me so much. Now the lawyer scene makes you laugh. Jurassic Park's amazing, but the only reason I don't say Jurassic Park as like one of my favorite horror movies is because I don't consider it a horror movie. I don't think a lot of people do. It's definitely a thriller slash adventure movie. Yeah, absolutely. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies. Absolutely. Hands down. It's a brilliant, brilliant movie. I have a lot of memories about that movie. It was huge, big influence in my childhood. Mrs. Merck saw it in theaters like 2 weeks after she saw it in the theater. Or she turned 6 years old 2 weeks after she saw it in the theater, before she saw it in the theater. I don't know. I can't repeat every word.
I was 6.
She was 6 when she saw it. That's what she should have said.
Raptors scared me. Like, they scared everyone.
She was scared of the Raptors. I think everyone was. I don't know if I was scared of the Raptors so much as I was just intrigued by dinosaurs. I was at the perfect dinosaur age too, as a kid. I was at dino loving age, so it was like the perfect thing. I even still have one of the T-Rex dinosaur toys from the movie that they released as like a stuffed animal that you could buy. And I had it as a kid and I lost it. And Mrs. Merck actually found one on eBay and bought it for me. So I still have a T-Rex, a Jurassic Park Dino T-Rex. True fan. He's bright red. And he drags his tail and he's stiff as fuck. He is not soft at all. But I used to vibe on him. Big snoozing with my dino pal. Not comfortable at all. Bro, the wobbliness of this fucking like arm fat here is driving me insane. Cerulean, the whole generation of your family moved from the UK to Ohio. No idea why. Maybe work. I would ask, actually. That's a really interesting. That's a really interesting, like family history lore thing right there. All right, I'm going to turn on Smooth Peaks. Let's do it. Bro, you've got to be shitting me. Did I have symmetry off this whole time? Dude. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. V can fix. The two T-Rexes tearing apart the guy in the movie traumatized you as a kid? Jurassic Park 2, right? No,
No,
that's Jurassic Park
that was the
3.
lawyer.
Oh, I'm thinking of the two T-Rexes? No, one T-Rex teared apart the lawyer. Two T-Rexes killed him?
Two T-Rexes killed him. They ripped him in half. One of them on the bike.
There's also two T-Rexes that eat the guy in the car in Jurassic Park 3. That's what I was thinking of. That was the first memory that popped into my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the memory that popped into my mind. Is Jurassic Park considered horror? No. I'm scared of the answer. I'd be curious. My father moved from Mexico to California. But I mean that was a pretty obvious answer. It afforded him more opportunities when he did it. And that's how I met my mother. So, it was good for my existence. So can't complain. Yeah, a game can have, or a movie can have, or a book can have horror elements without being specifically horror. Jurassic Park is body horror for dinosaurs if they still existed? Probably, yeah. Probably. Your grandpa moved from Germany to Denmark at 15. Dang.
Yeah. The lawyer didn't get bitten
Maybe you should rewatch
in half.
Jurassic Park. Apparently you don't remember.
Ah,
Damn it. I messed up. What if I do this? Keep. Smart resim. Perfect. Exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Smart resim again. Maddie Widener over on YouTube. Welcome in. Welcome. I'm over here trying to repair all the damage I did. I might just have to roll all these changes back, which is very sad making. It's okay. Symmetry on this time. Oops. Can you imagine an alternate universe Jurassic Park where the dinosaurs have to predict what the humans actually looked like? We would be the monsters, though, wouldn't we? That seems like the obvious trade-off. These horrifying mammals. They turn us into hume nuggets. Yo, buddy, give me some human nuggets. Ah, I always like to bite the head off first. Maddie? Yeah, I can call you Maddie. What's up, Maddie? How you doing? How are things? All right, I'm gonna... Okay, that's the first problem. There's a lump on the underside of the arm here. Okay, let's fix that. Okay, now I'll just move the whole thing. Oh, like this. Good enough. You're up at 5 in the morning. Damn. Why are you up at 5, Maddie? What's going on? Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners. That does not ring a bell for me. Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal. Well, the fact I didn't know they starred in a movie together ever, it's not boding well for me knowing this movie. Let me look it up, actually. Let me give it a... Let me peep the cover. I got me one of those photographic memories. Yeah, this is a hard... I don't think I've ever seen this in my life. I don't even think I've ever heard of this movie before. It's a thriller, not a horror. You have no idea why you're up? Are you even sleepy? Or you just cursed with waking up this early in the morning? Cursed with no sleep. That's brutal. That's a big curse. That's a big curse, I'll be honest. I luckily have never had trouble falling asleep, so I feel your pain, though. I have been awake for long periods of time and wishing I could go to sleep. but being unable to because I'm at work or something cringe like that. Insomnia? Yeah. Insomnia sounds frightening, honestly. If I want to go to sleep, usually I can go to sleep. And I've mentioned it before, but Mrs. Merc can go to sleep like instantly. She'll just decide that she's sleepy and then be asleep. She's like, I'd like to be asleep right now. And then she's asleep. Even if she's already gotten some sleep that day. I might swap out this. I might swap out a material for this new one that I have. I've been in the lab cooking up a new gray clay. Which is funny because I've never seen anyone infatuated with red wax in the lab cooking up alternative red wax materials. Suspicious. Envious your dad can do that? Yeah, some people just have the blessed sleep. Oh, I would never touch a red wax with I would never touch a red wax, period, with anything. Don't fix what isn't broken. Cringe! Yo, look at those cute cows on the map. Cute cows spotted. You heard it here. Big is better. That's why we got Big Yosh. Bro, I need to organize this. This is a mess. I'm struggling with this back jewelry, okay? There's something here. I'm gonna figure out what needs to be done, but honestly, it could be as simple as this, but I want it to be more complex. I'm not gonna lie. Just keeps playing Big Yoshi in my ear all night. Anyone want free storage? How big are the SSDs? Where do the pauldrons connect to the back? The pauldrons I took off, wherever they are. They were up here. I took them off because I wasn't sure whether I wanted the ones on the elbows or the shoulders. I don't think I want both. 240 gigabytes only? Oh, okay. I need one that's like 20 terabytes. If you come across one of those, let me know. My original thought for the pauldrons on the shoulder was that they were gonna they were gonna have a kind of a bite into the skin, like a lot of the other jewelry, and they were gonna be sort of, not welded on, but compressed into the skin. I'm thinking there just needs to be some swirls back here. The jewelry that I got going right now has a lot of curvature to it, or is empowered by straight lines and rings, like circular elements. Does anyone ever get so tired that you can't just talk? You can't talk anymore. Just a sleepy gibberish. That definitely, I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen. That's happened to Mrs. Merc in the past. Mrs. Merc is still up. I may have to take her to bed after the gamba. She's like a puppy. She doesn't want to go to sleep. Puppy that wants to stay awake. Also, it's fucking hot in here. It's so hot in this house again, in the middle of the night. Don't gotta be tired for sleepy gibberish. You may fall asleep while watching. No problem. Yeah, I hope you fall asleep. I hope you fall asleep. If you're up and you're tired and you're trying to go to bed, yeah, I'm hoping for your sleep. Do I have like a better fun skin material? I got this multi-tone one. Don't I have man, that one's gray too. Everything is gray, dude. What's the deal? 10:11. Are you still sleepy at 10 in the morning? Did you sleep at all? Yeah, if I'm thinking about the back, I wouldn't be against removing the jewelry from the back, period, to try and clean up the look and feel. The back is one of my favorite anatomical locations. But I like the scapula, and I really like the spinal column. Mr. Piano, welcome in. Not quite my last day. The first day of my last week. So I have 4 days left. I have 4 days left. But it feels good. I'm excited. I have some more tasks to get through. 4 days too long, you know it. Okay, but to showcase anatomically, I really want to show off like the merging of the arms. That's one thing that's big for me. So I'm thinking maybe This looks like a cock and balls. Don't do that. Fuck are you doing, Merc? Maybe she could have a cool tattoo. Something cool. Dang, is it really only like a 5-hour difference between what is that? New York or the East Coast in the UK? Is it really only 5 hours? No, I got in terms of the design for this, I have no reference. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. This has been for me, this has really been like my brain is kind of overwhelmed with all the stuff I have to deal with during the day. And like my weekends have been super busy. So I've just been taking like this one project and literally just letting myself kind of wind down every day on it. I do something like this. Let me change the color of it now that I painted it in red like a doofus. I think what I'm going to do though, because I'm actually pretty tired, I'm probably going to end up going to bed um, shortly after the Gamba ends. Because I'm pretty tired. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. But we're getting close to being done, and there's gonna be longer streams in the future. It's gonna be crazy good. Bro, how do you change colors on things? Poly paint, adjust colors. There we go. I thought I was losing my mind there for a minute. I was like, does this not exist? Is this a fake tool? Fake tool I've never heard of before that somehow I remember? Like, okay. Hide the mask. Fill. A little too intense. Can you actually mirror poly paint? Is that for real? How did I not know this? Whoa, you can. You can actually mirror poly paint. Damn. Bro, Khazidra, dude, sleeping is key. Sleeping is 100% key. When I get like 7-8 hours of sleep on the regular, and I'm doing anything, art, gaming, work, talking to other human beings, I feel like I'm on another plane of existence. Like I'm at the top of my game. They're absolutely right. Who's playing Mario Party? 4 CPUs. On the Twitch side, we have the points for gambling. So people bet coins to see which team in Mario Party is going to win. So that's why we have the Mario Party in the bottom corner. It's just a little fun gambling mechanic that we have. Plus, I'm a big Mario Party fan, but no one will ever play with me. no one will ever play Mario Party with me. Hey, here we go. Yo, tied 2 across the board for stars. Mario with a 117. Okay, Mario takes the first star. You love to see it. That's a gray clay in the lead. Yoshi takes the second star. That's cool. We still got the coin lead. Luigi takes it. I'll take a sip. Thank you. Mario, I think I'm about 100% sure Mario's about to win Mario Party. Okay, but what if we made it black? His name is on the cartridge, dude. We knew it. Cerulean, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. All right, the brothers win. You know what that means. That's a game win for Gray Clay. Enjoy your coins, everybody. You know, I have a cool. Let me look this up. Damn, a lot of fucking nerds out there. Good for them. All right, Gray Clayers, good work. We pulled it off. Enjoy your massive coin payout, everybody. Okay, what if we remove this? I like the back is one of my favorite anatomical. I hesitate to cover it completely in a tattoo, but sometimes you got to go outside your comfort zone. So what if we did something? Do a quick sketch. Kind of like this. I'm about to, bruh. Calm down, Snake. Snake knows I need my my however many hours I can get. I got a busy day on Wednesday too. So actually, that's actually a good point. Thank you. Um, we might either do a short stream tomorrow or maybe no stream. Because I actually have a really early morning on Tuesday. Now I'm like, I have to be. Hold on. Yo, mailing's right. We save. Um, I have my last dentist appointment in America, so I've got to do that. I have another appointment at 10:30, so I have to be at the dentist at 8:30 in the morning. So I have to be like a conscious living human being. Damn, actually the design of this tattoo kind of fits the anatomy of her back really well. I never noticed. My flight, it's going to be probably the last one of the last 2 weeks of August, most likely, right now. So it lines up perfectly with the end of my lease for my current apartment. So that's a big factor, is just like the lease is ending, my current contract with my job is ending. Um, so many elements are just coming together. I don't think it's too bad in terms of what we lose. Ian, good morning. Good morning. You caught me right as I was about to go to bed. I'm actually going to go to bed a little early tonight. Work has had me grinding lately, but we're almost done. We're almost done. It's going good. I've just been super busy. Um, but once we're finished with work on Friday, man, degen streams for the lot of you. Tons of art, lots of fresh new sketch sculpts, new projects. Kind of like that. Oh, you got a sunburn? Those are the worst, dude. Those are the worst. I used to be pretty resilient, pretty resistant to the sun. That time in my life is long gone. You look like a shrimp. Oh no, dude. Oh shit. I'm gonna redesign this. No, I'm just gonna get a better image. Well, shit, I hope it heals fast. Sunburns are the worst. When you start peeling, sunburns are the worst. See, homie ninja gets it. The worst. Yeah, when you move and you just feel the burn, the singe. Yeah. Yep. I feel like tattoo could be fun. What's up, Gaz? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. You caught me. I'm about to do a reasonable night's sleep. I'm about to do a reasonable night's sleep. I'm gonna go to bed here soon. I was trying out this tattoo design, but
V has come too.
thank you for the follow. Hmm, 4 to 5 hours of sleep. You're probably close. Um, you're probably close. Let me see. I probably went to bed around 5, and I probably didn't fall asleep for about 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. And then I had a meeting at 9 a.m. this morning, so I was up before 9. So I probably had about 3.5 hours to 4 hours of sleep. And then I took a nap over lunch. You're probably actually really close. I probably had about 5.5 hours or so. I'm so excited to be done with this job. I'm just so excited to have the time to properly get good sleep again. Good sleep is just so important. And over the weekend, I probably slept 10 to 11 hours every day on the weekend. And getting a good amount of sleep, yo, I felt so good. I felt so good every day I woke up. I was like, wow, is this what it feels like? Is this real life right now? This is amazing. I look forward to more of that. When does it end? It ends Friday at 6:30 my time. This is my last week before I go full freelance again. And I'm back to my old shit. Where did my little jewelry bobs go? Thanks for the vote of confidence, Ian. I'm glad it's coming together. Kind of think the other tattoo feels more her if I had to pick one. Don't need this one anymore. Delete. Uh, good project overall. I mean, it's one of those things where like I took the project because it was a chance to work with Keita Takahashi, like legendary game designer. So it's one of those things like you couldn't say no to. Um, I couldn't say no to it. Yeah, this was the other one. Just more of like a, I don't know, more of a magic column or a magic mirror. The cross is also much rougher. This one has some cool vibes to it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, uh, I think my sentiments, Gaz, are exactly the same. They're exactly the same. I won't I won't talk too much on it now, but I'd definitely be open to the idea of talking about it in the future about sort of the experience. Um, the game still has a couple more months of production, and I just don't want to say anything on it. I'm sure most people understand why. Um, and I have no hard feelings, but it is one of those things where I did consider I did think honestly about leaving the job earlier. Not for reasons because it's like not for insane reasons like you normally hear people are like I got to quit because my boss is a lunatic and he tried to get me to work 9,000 hours a day and like that's not it. But yeah, it's an indie project with a small team, which means you do a lot of things and you're very busy. And so I can say that what I am doing now is there is no part of what I did in the past 4 years that looked anything like this. The work that I created was completely different from what I normally create, which was really good for me, I think. Um, but I think it overstayed its welcome after 2 years, which is when we were told the length of the project was going to be. Like it's going to be 2 years when I signed on, and some other people. And I'm approaching nearly 4 years on the project. I'll have been on the project for almost 4 years by the time I leave. I think I'll be shy like a month and I want to say 10 days. So, approximately 4. Might as well just be 4 at that point. What if I turn off some of these? What if less is more? What if Yoshi's wrong? I'm just saying, what if? That's all. What is that? What are those? Oh, oh, it's from the necklace. Is the game called To a T? Yes, that is the name of the game. Yep. I made every character. I made every character asset, and I did tons of character uh, uh technical art and tons of um just material technical work for the project. So when I was a programmer, um, I was a programmer for 3.5 years. I was a senior Unreal developer, um, and I had this rule, and it never failed me. Never once did it fail me. It's still true today, and it's been true almost every time I've applied it to anything. So Squid, you're very close. My rule was times three. Everything takes 3 times as long. If you think it's going to take you 1 day to do something, then you say 3 days. If you think it's going to take you 1 week to do something, then you tell your employer it's going to take 3 weeks. And the vast majority of the time during development, um, that has always been true for me. Boss takes the random week off. I actually worked in a lot of situations where, in almost every situation I've worked in, a boss has been entirely meaningless to me. Thing you mentioned about spending points, something like that. We just this little tummy area. You overpromise on your delivery times. That's the so here's the thing. As a programmer, it's very hard to predict a lot of what you're going to run into, especially with clients changing their minds all the time. But as a developer, like as an artist, I've found that over the past 15 years, of I've become really capable of estimating the time it takes to operate like and create art that has a deadline. So I spent a lot of my freelancing career promising people that I could make full game ready characters inside of 2 weeks. And I can. You can give me almost any character and I can have it done in 2 weeks. As long as it falls within certain like range parameters, basically. Which is like it's not a fucking giant walking robot. Forgot we didn't update our lady. Can't even see the output. Hold on 1 second. I'm a student learner, but I'm here every day, and most of the time I'm the only one here. My boss isn't on site, and I only have a coworker here 2 days from 9 to 11:30. Sounds like you're running it, Monka. Sounds like you're running it. Maybe the last weekend of July. Yeah, you'll have to ping me closer to that time. Um, I don't have any coin redemptions for art stuff like that. Um, just because I generally don't take requests from people. It's something I'm hesitant to do, just because of experiences in the past where I took requests for 2D stuff, and um, it just led to a lot of like bickering between people. So most of the time I don't do it. Because like you get it. Like if I start taking requests from people and then there's one request I don't want to do, then someone gets mad. If there's a request someone wants to do and I really like it and I spend 8 hours on it, and then someone else makes a request and I spend 1 hour on it, it's like there's this competitive nature that starts to brew, and I'm not a big fan of that. I tend to only do that kind of stuff when I do commissions, just because I've already committed to the time and the process in exchange for money. What's the intended gameplay of To a T? That's kind of hard to describe. Um, I would say the best way to describe the gameplay is that it's based on the unique it's based on the unique structure of the kid. So the kid is kind of stuck in T pose, right? And then you at certain points in the game have to control his arms and how he moves around the environment. There's going to be another trailer before we launch of some kind. Every game has like a launch trailer kind of thing. So, um there'll be more, but honestly it's not going to be a game for everyone. That's my thing. Kata's games are never games for everyone. I mean, he's modeled in T pose and then he's rigged and his arms don't move ever. That's that's just part of the design. So yeah, I got to sculpt him in T pose, and then that was it. Didn't have to worry about bending his arms or his shoulders. So it makes skinning t-shirts to him very easy. I mean, that was pretty fun. I got to be honest. You may need to set up an LLC to sell kits. I guess it depends on what you're selling, depending on the legal liability. I run my own self-employed business just as a whatever you call it, self-employed basically. I don't have an LLC. Sounds good, Kato. All right, let me save my work here. Let me save my work. I think I like trimming down some of the parts. Save as. We'll do a proper save, by the way. Just in case. Just in case. Number 4. I think I might want to pose her. I might want to put her arms on her hips. But I don't want to ruin her back. She's just cool right now. So I might not actually. I might not. Do you ever make private work available? Um on my ArtStation store, I have a bunch of models that I've made that are relatively private, were relatively private, and then um I moved those into assets for people to download and study, like my Vieira girl that I created a long time ago. It was like a base mesh for Fran from Final Fantasy 12. And then I got intimidated by the scope of the project and whether or not I could do it justice. So I just turned it into like a generic Vieira girl. And I put that up for sale on my ArtStation because I figured people could benefit from like downloading it and looking at it and seeing the forms and the shapes and studying it. And I know that a couple people have downloaded it, at least a couple of people. Um, I was I was watching I was watching a tutorial at one point. Because I'm always out there looking for new tips and tricks and like learning and things like that. And I was watching this tutorial at one point. He's a Korean artist. Um, and he was like doing figures and clothes and mechanics and things like that. That's where I learned some of the tricks from. Um, we haven't really done a lot of mechanical stuff, so that can be a project for another time, like mechanical arm or mechanical leg or something cool like that. Um, but at the start of his tutorial, within like the first like hour or two, when he gets through his introduction stuff, he's like, okay, he goes to his fucking ArtStation library, and he's looking through his ArtStation shit, and he has my fucking brushes, and he has my Vieira, and he calls it out, and he's like, hey, download a good base mesh like this that has anatomy. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I downloaded this tutorial to learn from you, and you're just pointing me back to me. You're just pointing me back to my own shit. What the fuck is happening? It's very flattering to be in that situation. Um, but he was like, yeah, go get this guy's shit. I was like, fuck, dude. I thought you were gonna teach me something. I already know what he has to teach. I'm him. Fuck. But the tutorial's still good though. No, he's a great artist. But yeah, we'll do some cool mechanical stuff at some point. Um, she's coming together actually. I think what we need to do is clean her hands up a bit. You know what we could do? Bear with me. Bear with me. Classic Merc moment right now. Merc about to go to sleep. Merc online for another hour and a half minimum. Trust me, it's going to pay off. Oh my god, where are the hands? There they are. Luna VRC, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Novasar over on YouTube. Hello, welcome. Check it, peep this idea. We're going to check it. I got an idea. The juices are flowing. Delete hidden. Trust the process. You know, it's true. When I'm talking when I'm talking process, I talk about the mush phase. That's what I call it. When your work looks like crap. When your work looks like crap and you're trying to get it to a point in time or a point of visual quality where it looks good, I call it the mush phase. You got to trust the process. Novasar, watched you at school an eternity ago. Welcome in. Yeah, I streamed on YouTube a couple months ago, and then I started having trouble with YouTube stuff, and then I had to figure it out. But I think getting a new computer actually fixed part of it. I don't know what the problem was. So I'll be streaming on YouTube more. All right, here we go. Here we go. Watch. All right, I gotta turn this fucking thing off. Dope. Yeah, old Merc's PC would, dude. My current file right now is 67 million points. There's no way. If I had 9 million points, my machine would be absolutely fucking begging for death. So yeah, we're on another plane of existence right now. Can I can I do this without moving both? Oh, you can. Except the hands are gone. Fuck did the hands go? Bro, I say that all the time. The fact that your computer turns on and works to begin with is absolutely amazing. Stunning. Stunning that that's a possibility. Okay, this does not need to be the arms do not need to be this many millions of polys. Okay, these are going. Get rid of those. Bro, what is happening? Okay, leave those hands on. Merge these down. Perfect. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Just do the thing. This was supposed to take a minute. 40,000 hours later. Yeah, Bluetooth. Still crazy. All right, enjoy lunch, Kazidra. I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. just just a heads up. There's a coincidence happening. I love it, Gaz. Thanks for the warning. Now but real talk, you can ape whatever the fuck I do. I don't care. That's something me and my buddy talk about all the time. I'll be like, "Yo, dude, oh, what you did here was really cool," and he's like, "Yeah, just copy it. Just do your own version, whatever." I know you're not out here like, "Yo, what's Merc doing? I gotta steal it." That would imply that I give myself enough credit to think what I'm doing is worth stealing, you know? I don't know. There's something kind of here. She's an ant monster girl from Goro arms. Yeah, I mean, the multiple limbs are always a good choice. It's always a good choice. I'm just vibing. I'm thinking about the render here. You know, I'm thinking like here's what I'm thinking. She's black and gold. Maybe we keep the gray. And if you look at her from the front, she looks like it looks like the sun is being eclipsed by the moon. So the vibe I was kind of going with is like the rays of the sun are breaking behind her head, like she's blocking out the sun. So kind of vibing on like a moon goddess thing. And then she has these rivulets of gold kind of running around her body, the way the moon reflects sunlight. How do you add more pecs and scapula to the back? In so um when I was in school, I did a study anatomically of the actual structure of the human body and how it would have to change in order to support forearms. And the long and short of it, and I did this with my anatomy teacher. The long and short of it is you don't if you had extra arms, forearms, your arms would be so limited in movement, you'd be effectively like useless. It would be almost impossible to move your shoulders forwards and backwards on the lower arms. So you'd lose a huge range of motion. There'd be so many problems. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like she would have like ghostly or ethereal arms. Hunter x Hunter. I am familiar. Yeah, let me look it up. Let me beep it. Yeah, no, I'm always down for reference or inspiration. Welcome back, Kanto. Yeah, might also be. Could also do like. Yo, those are not lined up at all. Move that out for now. Hmm. Yeah, it's an idea. It's an idea. I might build a. I might maybe the arms idea is a good idea, but maybe I need to make like a spectral arm of some kind. And we didn't have perspective on. Either way, I think there's something here. My goal is to wrap her up and just do like a cool render or something by the end of the week. That's my plan. Unclear what the end result will be, but little tweaks here and there. I think we're improving everything. This is the problem that happens to me is I do what ends up being concept art in 3D, and uh I spend days, blocking things out and building things in, and then I just throw them away. And that's just the worst way to work. It's just the worst way to work. So maybe tomorrow I'll do some doodles while I'm at my desk, come up with some ideas. Either way, I'm just looking to get a couple beauty shots. This started out just as an experiment too. So, but I'll have some ideas when we come back, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, if nothing else, I think it's just fun. It's just been a fun piece to work on. Anytime I get to build jewelry or just explore a concept for a while, I think it's really beneficial for me to like ingrain certain concepts. So when I started building the jewelry and I started like I did masking and then I did poly paint and then I did retopology to generate the jewelry and then I did mask extrusions, but this time with Z retopo guides to try and guide the lines to create it. So it really gives me a chance to go through the repetition of building stuff over and over again and ingraining in my mind which method is beneficial for what situation and what type of, you know, body part I'm building jewelry around or for, that kind of stuff. So I always enjoy getting a chance to explore and spend time doing that. Even if I get something like this and even if we called it here, right? And I just did some really cool turnaround renders of her from the thigh up. Like I think it would be fun, a fun takeaway, a fun piece. So I do want to look for the missing jewelry pieces to see if I have them. Don't think I do, which is okay. I have the necklace, I have the earrings. Oh, there they are. Your phone is always a few seconds ahead of your PC. I wonder why. Um, you tend to have to reset your PC after a while to get it up to speed. Thank you, thank you. I feel like it's good. This is one thing. This is like a weird thing I really love. I love when fabric or like dangly cloth has these like weights at the bottom, like this, that sort of hold it down. The idea being that like if a breeze came along, it wouldn't actually be able to blow the little booba curtain out of the way. Something about these dangly bits has always been really fascinating to me. Like the ability to have a cloth, to have a piece of cloth, and then you have like a little metal piece of jewelry at the bottom, and it keeps it from being swept away. I love putting those on skirts, dresses, uh, boob cloth, veils, um, hats, witches' hats, things like that. Something about it is just cool. Yeah, please use it. Do more of it. I want people to get hype about this concept. Man, I have some cool stuff. Damn. What if she does a cool handstand? Well then it's Booba City for everyone to enjoy. It's just that's her right to go full booba on everyone. Yeah, I mean that could happen too. Just getting hit in the face. Just getting the hit in the face with the weights. Don't worry, Monka. I'm actually getting ready to go to bed right now. So I was actually gonna say, thanks for hanging out. Ba, ba, ba. I think um tomorrow, if I stream, it's gonna be short because because again, I have a really busy Wednesday. But if I'm not live tomorrow, I will be live on Wednesday, and yeah, we'll be back at it. We'll be getting stuff done. So if you enjoy the stream, throw down a follow. If you really enjoy the stream, consider subscribing. You get access to the Discord and all the goodies that come with it, and you get to hang out, support the stream, and become one of the homies. And yeah, other than that, I will see you guys as soon as tomorrow or Wednesday. Until then, enjoy your night and booba forever. All right, plug yours.